Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Catalina Gillies. The Thunder Bay District Health Unit has announced that walk-in appointments for anyone aged 12 and over wanting their first or second dose of the COVID-19 vaccine will be available starting Monday at the CLE Clinic. Slots will be available 6 days a week during the morning, afternoon, and early evening. Anyone seeking a walk-in appointment are invited to visit the clinic during specified hours, but depending on how many people show up, they might have to wait in line until they are admitted into the clinic. Those with pre-booked appointments will be seen at the regular time when the appointment was made. The number of walk-in appointments available daily will be based on vaccine supply and the number of pre-booked appointments. You can visit the health unit's website for more information. With over 42% of Ontario residents now fully vaccinated, many are wondering if those with 2 doses will have to carry around documentation proving they have been immunized. That question is still unclear from both the provincial and federal governments. Medical Officer of Health Dr. Janet DeMille says the district will be following the provincial guidance on what fully vaccinated individuals will be able to do over those who are not. She says it takes about 2 weeks after a second dose to become fully immunized. DeMille expects the province to release guidelines for those fully vaccinated in the coming weeks, but doesn't expect a vaccine card proving one has both doses to be a part of the new normal.
I'm not sure if that's going to be coming, except for aspects of travel, like going out of the country. And people should note that they can get their record of their vaccination from online through the province to be able to get that so that they have it. So if they are traveling, they may be required to provide proof.
Dr. DeMille says over time, individuals may want to have proof that they have been fully vaccinated. The impacts of COVID-19 are being felt everywhere, but it's hitting some Royal Canadian Legions in the region the hardest by limiting their ability to raise funds. At the same time, it's prevented people from experiencing many forms of live entertainment. But some unique thinking and support from individuals and businesses in Scarborough have helped create a win-win solution to those problems. Adam Riley has the details.
Our funds have been dwindling away, and so anything like this, like fundraisers that we get, we just really appreciate it.
With their ability to raise money for operations hampered due to COVID-19, many branches of the Royal Canadian Legion are in dire straits. But some outside-the-box thinking from a band along the North Shore has managed to help solve that. Last month, the band Curbside did a series of curbside concerts while collecting money for the Legion Branch 109 in Scarborough. First Vice President Jim Winters says it has been a tough go lately due to restrictions and lockdowns, preventing them from holding wing nights and other fundraisers for large groups.
We had been doing a lot of fundraising generally all the time, like putting on suppers. We had a good group here putting on prime rib dinners, and we'd sell them out. And so we were doing really good, but our funds are dropping. We're not hurting that bad yet, but if this was to spike again, and we were another year down, we would probably be same thing, looking to shutter.
This was the second time Curbside, made up of bassist Mervyn Vesna, drummer Co Camiso, and lead singer guitarist Brad Irwin, had held a fundraiser like this. A previous concert held by a different version of Curbside occurred last fall, and proceeds from that event went to the food bank. Camiso says support from the community has been strong, and the concerts wouldn't have been successful without that support.
A little over $3,000 last year for the food, but this year, conditions were a bit different. It rained on us a bit, and a lot of people out of town camping and stuff like that. So we had some wonderful volunteers. Lloyd Whitten actually drove us around. Great driver. My wife and Sandy went down and collected funds in the buckets, and want to thank them. And Valentino Trucking supplied us with a trailer again this year.
Almost $1,200 was raised through the concerts, which according to Winters will cover one hydro bill for the Legion. And Camiso says both he and members of the band are willing to perform more concerts in the area should the need be there. Adam Riley, TBT News.
A deputation by a resident to Fort Frances Council this week has unearthed some new and troubling information regarding wood rights and the former Resolute Mill. The mill was shuttered in 2014 before being sold in late 2019 to River's Edge Development, and demolition of the mill began last year. Several companies had tried to purchase the mill in an effort to save the facility and restart it, but Resolute imposed several restrictive covenants which prevented potential new owners from speaking with the Ministry of Natural Resources and Forestry, which also resulted in limited access to information on wood rights in the area. Fort Frances resident David Kircher says he did some investigating and discovered several inconsistencies in the forestry license. He notes there was a period of time where the license had lapsed and found records of intervention and amendments made by various ministers.
So all these things have come together to support the wood staying with the original license holder without opening it up to a competitive process, which should have happened actually starting back in 2014. There should have been some proactive efforts on the ministry's part saying, look, you need to do something with this wood. We want to put the wood to work.
Some members of council voiced their concerns over the revelations and how they fit into what happened since 2014, including Councillor Douglas Judson, who suggested the need to pursue political accountability on the matter, even if there are no legal avenues left. After years of renting out space, the Dryden office for the Kenora District Services Board has officially moved into its new home on King Street. The site was once home to the Central Hotel, which sat abandoned for years, and following a quick demolition in March of 2020, the new KDSB office, bearing the name of its predecessor, was built in its place. The agency is in charge of many services in the district, including EMS, children's programming, housing, and Ontario Works. Unfortunately, it had outgrown its previous location, according to CAO Henry Wall. He says with a purpose-built space that is centrally located and fully accessible, the agency will be able to deliver services faster and offer expanded programming.
And what we mean about purpose-built space is that just with respect to opportunities for training, like there's training spaces, even here with respect to once the workstations are set up, that people will be able to come here, access internet, and access programs and services. Along with this is that there will be an early on center component to this as well, which hasn't quite opened yet next door, but it's being worked on. So that'd be as one addition.
Wall says to keep the cost for the KDSB low, a lease-to-own deal between the board and the developer has been struck, which will see the agency fully own the building by 2041. The poppy celebrated its 100th anniversary of becoming the official flower of remembrance. To honor the event that took place right here in Thunder Bay, the Port Arthur Branch No. 5 Legion held a ceremony this morning. Brianne Foley has the details.
In Thunder Bay, we have a unique history that ties us to the poppy. It was the Great War Veterans Association who approved the idea of the poppy, as presented by Madame Guerin, to become a national emblem right here at this Prince Arthur Hotel in July of 1921.
That was Thunder Bay Mayor Bill Morrow speaking at Sunday's 100th anniversary of the poppy ceremony outside the Prince Arthur Hotel. As mentioned by the mayor, the now Royal Canadian Legion officially adopted the poppy as a symbol here in Thunder Bay, and the Port Arthur Branch No. 5 commemorated it with a plaque.
The plaque is just to recognize the date that the poppy was proposed to be the symbol of remembrance. The poppy is a way of the Royal Canadian Legion to raise funds to assist these veterans.
Funds raised by poppy sales go towards taking care of those who stood and continue to stand for Canada. In addition to the mayor, MPP Michael Gravel, and Minister of Health Patty Hajdu both spoke of the importance of supporting veterans, especially in Thunder Bay.
Well, Thunder Bay has a rich history of supporting our veteran community, and to be invited to celebrate something as historic as the use of the poppy in Canada is just really a tremendous opportunity for me as a member of Parliament, not just to represent my riding, but also to represent all of Ottawa in acknowledging just the deep history here.
The Legion is proud to have the poppy as the flower of remembrance to honor those who have fallen. They encourage wearing poppies on Remembrance Day, but also at the funerals of veterans. Millions of Canadians don poppies every November, and because of this, the little red flower lives on.
The 100 years, it's going strong today, and I see it going strong in the future also.
It means that the Legions have done an awful lot to support the veterans over the years. It's been going strong for 100 years, and it looks like it's going to go strong for another 100 years.
The new plaque will replace the old one in the lobby here at the Legion at Port Arthur. In addition to the plaque, the Legion has also released a new version of the poppy. Brianne Foley, TBT News.
Join now with Avery McRae. Avery, there were some fireworks at Mount McKay this evening, which actually began 10 minutes ago. So if you peek out your window now, you may still be able to catch a glimpse of them.
Yeah, I might be able to see a firework or two and never heard. It's maybe a bit of a celebratory day after some local golf we had. We got highlights of that and so